What's up guys, DP Connected D-Life HD, and today we're going to be looking at Dungeon x Dungeon. It's unlike any game we've ever played on mobile. It's not only an action platformer, but also of course a Metroidvania. So how does it compare to the classics such as Metroid or Castlevania? How are the controls and how do they work on mobile? Stay tuned and let's find out. Alright, let's talk about what we like about the game. The graphics are fantastic. I love the pixel art. From the very first moment you start playing this game, it gives you that Castlevania Metroid feeling. It's great. I love that every time the player moves, his car moves with him, as well as his hair. I love the way the characters are designed. They're really cool looking. The environments and all the bodies are really nice to look at as well. And there are a large variety of bodies too. The level design is great. I love that they have a map to see where you're going at all times. The levels are all really huge and seem very deep. The music is great and reminds me of the sound of all those retro games back in the day, but of course updated, with richer sound and actual music score in the background. The fighting sounds are all fantastic and the weapons sound great. When you lose, they play this gloomy type of music that definitely makes you want to get right back into the game and try again. I like that the inventory and level up system is really deep, and it seems like there's a ton to collect and a ton of gameplay hours so you can really put into it. I love the boss battles and how each of them have their own unique way of beating them. There's so much a character can do, and I haven't even picked up all his power-ups or abilities yet. So far I picked up the ability to dash, double jump, use the sword, and use a bow and arrow. I love that you basically send on missions to collect stuff to keep you going through the level, and that the stages are so meticulously made that it takes you a bit to find things. It's challenging and I love that about this game. Lastly, I love that there are a lot of places on the level to save. Because the levels are so large and challenging, it comes in handy to be able to save often. Alright, now let's talk about what we don't like about the game, or what we feel needs improvement. There are some legitimate things to complain about here. I wish there wasn't though, because it's honestly a good game if you look past its flaws. The first one and the part I think need the most improvement are the controls. I do like how they have two types of controls, the on-screen touchpad and the on-screen joystick. I like that you have the option to resize and adjust them as you please, but I don't like that the default controls are not very good. I did however find that the joystick is better control option as long as you make it a little bigger than the default size. Also, to enter doors and teleports to different areas, you have to push down. Sometimes when I slide my finger to go down, I would oddly go to the sides. But I find out that if you tap down instead of sliding my finger, it worked better that way. This is an ideal game to have gamepad support, and I'm completely surprised that it doesn't. Adding gamepad support would make this game an insta-buy. Although one thing that would help alleviate this is if the game had less bodies. I think it has a little too many bodies and it causes more deaths than there need to be because the controls aren't perfectly tuned. The other thing I'm a little sad about as well is there is no voiceover. And while they do display text when the characters are talking, it seems that they are pretty badly translated to English. But that's something I can overlook more than the controls. Also in terms of text, on the story parts of the game the text is centered, which would be fine if there were no orphans or widows everywhere, and the text rows were equally aligned. I realize that's just me being overly picky though, and the chances are that the text just aligns according to the width of the device screen. Lastly, you can bypass through the checkpoint and respawn in the exact same place, but you have to watch an ad in order to do so. Listen, if I pay for a game, I do not want ads anywhere. Either take that option off because you don't really need it, or use in-game currency for it. So I can't give my full recommendation because of its flaws, but if you can adapt to the controls, and that's totally possible for some people, you will really find a deep and really enjoyable game. That's really the only thing keeping this game from truly being great. With that said, Dungeon x Dungeon is D-Life HD approved. If the developers release a control update or they add gamepad support, then I'll gladly give it the D-Life HD absolutely approved rating. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And let us know if you like this new series of quick look first impression videos. Remember, we have Amazon affiliate links in the description below if you need some gaming gift cards or peripherals. See you next time. Peace.